Let's move on to our next matchup here. We have Alonso versus Ascari.
It's hard because I don't know enough about Ascari, just what we've read, and it's such a different era.
Yeah.
And I would pick Alonso because he never gives up. It doesn't matter which team, doesn't matter the situation, how difficult it is, or his age. He's always giving it 100%. You always have the impression that he's getting more out of the car than he should. When he won the championships, he was mega. Then his years at Ferrari, he outdrove that car. They almost won a couple of championships, not because of the team, not because of the car, but because he drove it in a special way. So that kind of hunger, that kind of passion has to be rewarded.
And we'll go back up to Alonso versus Hamilton here.
I will put Alonso because Hamilton has too many downs. Even though he's got all the championships, it's not the quantity of champions. If you look at every season, there's always been 2, 3, 4 races where he was completely disappearing. Then suddenly woke up again and started winning again. And too many of those championships were in a car that, like even Bottas would have won the championship if Hamilton had not been there. And that put him in a place where he became complacent.
Yeah.
And he forgot how hard he had to fight. And you can see it now. It's a big shock to him that actually, no, he has to fight as hard as he did in his first and second season. Because the first championship he had, amazing. He really fought hard for that. But after that, when the car became superior, he had too many easy years. And so he always had seasons where he was, he always had seasons where he got a few races where he just, I don't know, disappeared, wasn't there anymore. And suddenly the light turned on again, and he was a killer again. And where Alonso is always there. So,
I'm more than happy for you to pick Alonso, and that's going to help.
I'm happy to upset you.
I'm happy. No, I love Alonso. I guess, but part of Alonso's problem was that there's part of this game is part of this game is the choosing the right team, making the right decision, and I mean, isn't that
he's been bad at that?
He's been bad at that. Hamilton's made the right choices at the right time.
Yeah, but at the same time, there was no way of knowing that Mercedes would have that engine that was so much above the rest. So that was a gamble.
Yeah,
that was a big gamble, and it worked out. Alonso got close twice to winning with Ferrari, like until the last race.
Yes,
that little difference would have made the world. So when they were teammates at McLaren, in the end he outdid Hamilton, even though it was Hamilton's first season. So he's not great at choosing his teams, and he's very good at making enemies, even within teams. But as a driver, he's always on it.
What are you going to say to the fans that go, but in 07 he beat him on countback, and he on his rookie year they were teammates, and he beat him on countback.
But you also have to take into account that McLaren signed him, or Ron Dennis signed him as a double world champion. Needed him for the sponsors and all that.
Yeah.
Then announced Hamilton, okay, Hamilton is our champion. We don't like you, Fernando. Excuse me? So when the team boss unbalances internally the team like that, you have to fight back. And that's what happened. So Alonso was not in a fair field at that point, and he had to fight his own battle alone in the team.
I see.
And that actually destroyed the team ultimately.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, with Spygate and everything. You were talking about like Hamilton having times where he's caught napping a little bit, and then the spark comes back up. A big question right now is him at Ferrari, whether that spark is still there, whether he can find it. What do you think?
We had a glimpse of it in China.
Yeah,
he got it on pole when the car shouldn't have been on pole, and then in the sprint race, and then carried that to a win. And there was another race where he got up. I can't remember where, but in general, you can see that when things go a little bit wrong, a little bit tough, he goes down. He has a real hard time to keep his head above the water. That's not a good sign. Mostly in a team like Ferrari. Ferrari is a tough team, and you need to be really strong to survive it. So he needs a helping hand to get his mojo back.
Is winning at Ferrari just worth more? Is that just count more than winning at some of these other?
Well, you have F1 and you have Ferrari. Then if you can win one with Ferrari, then you're right. History, mostly for a driver like Hamilton, who's won. What, 7? I can't even remember now how many 7 championships.
8.
No, 7. Don't go there. It doesn't matter how many championships you win. If you can win one with Ferrari, it will be worth every other championship he's had, because the perception now is some of them were just way too easy at Mercedes.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many real championships should he have? Maybe 3. That that's same as Schumacher.
Right.
So many of those Ferrari championships were just, well, there's no opposition.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the contract within the team was you and your teammate is there to help you, which makes it different. And Hamilton does not have that inside Ferrari now.
Right.
Right.
So it's not the same situation as Schumacher had.
Alonso versus Graham Hill.
I will put Alonso because I've seen him race year after year, and he never gives up. He's 44 now. He's been racing for how many years, and he's still hungry. He's still going for it as if it was his first season in F1. Hill, we just don't know. We don't know what could have been. He tried to build his team, then he went downhill there. So you have to give the nudge to Alonso as a very complete driver.
I mean, you saw Alonso try the Indy 500 though, and it wasn't pretty.
Well, he was he was racing at the front, and the engine blew. Maybe he overdrove it. So you'll have to stick it to F1 terms there, and Alonso is just keeping it up there all the time.
All right, these guys like each other in the paddock, both still in there. Fernando Alonso versus Max Verstappen.
Poof. They're very similar.
They're very similar.
Very similar. I would still put Alonso ahead now because of how long he's been at it. Like if Verstappen can be like this for 20 years, fine.
Right.
So you don't hold the 2 championships to the 4 against.
No, you don't count the amount of championship because if you look at Verstappen, the first championship was a hard one.
Yeah.
That one, he won it. But the next 3...
Right.
Yeah.
They were his.
Yeah.
This last one wasn't, I mean...
It was his. It was his because they had a big advantage. They had a big advantage, and McLaren did not help Norris either. So they did not make it difficult for Verstappen. So it was his.
Okay.
If he ended up winning it this year, okay, that would then put him ahead of Alonso. But the thing is, Alonso has been at it. And he won the 24 hours, and he won Le Mans as well. And he won Le Mans well. We talk again in 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
It will be Verstappen because Verstappen will win Le Mans, or will win the 24 hours of Nürburgring.
Yeah.
He will do other things, but it's still early in his career. So you have to compare the whole.
Right.
In terms
career.
of F1, though, do you actually think Verstappen's going to stick around like Alonso? Because sometimes he's like, maybe I'll just.
You know what? A lot of I went through this. Where you think, I've had enough. This is boring.
Yeah.
Then you're home for 6 months, and you realize that life is boring without F1. And racing is great, but F1 is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need a little bit of a holiday. And you need to miss it to understand how amazing. It is, but I have a feeling that Verstappen is very frustrated with modern F1.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It feels like it. I mean,
and he does have fun racing his other things. So, I don't know. As long as he can win championships, he will try and go for the records.
Yeah.
But then maybe he'll start thinking, okay, I can do something else and still enjoy myself, still love my craft.
Right.
Which is like more than just F1.
Racing. I just don't know if the circus of F1 is something that he really wants to do forever.
Well, look, Alonso did that.
Right.
He went away, and then you realize, like, okay, that's that's not as much fun. Yeah. I did not expect these 2 finalists. it's
Mario Andretti versus Fernando Alonso for the king of not just F1 of racing.
I'll have to keep going the same way, Andretti, because he has everything. Yeah.
He was a last.
Who would have expected that?
This is
friend of the pod.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
wow. We have our victor.